I think they look at us as bodies and they don't respect us as people, and they don't value our skills that we've built up over time.
You're unable to do the things that you want to do with your family. You make these sacrifices to take care of your family and come work at Chevron. And when you add into that understaffing and forced overtime and standby periods, your life basically begins to revolve around being in here or waiting to get called to be in here. And your home life suffers.
They didn't want to hear us. They dismissed our health and safety concerns within the proposals, some of the protections in our contract, and that's what brings us out here.
It's gotten to the point where we don't feel it's safe in there to operate right now, especially with the long hours, force outs, forced standbys. You essentially have no time for your family or personal life. You're always on the hook. They don't seem to care too much about us having a life outside of here, and they just keep pushing more and more and more to cancel your personal plans, cancel your vacations.
Chevron just reported $15.6 billion profit. And they're refusing to move any or give our workers any kind of relief.
The full year free cash flow was 25% higher than the best year we've ever seen before, including periods when oil was over $100. And that cash is flowing back to shareholders.
We're not going to get rich out here. We're working people. We have dirt under our fingernails. So having unskilled workers working these complex and dangerous processes is a danger to the environment and to the community. And that should be first and foremost before profits. The profits will always be there for corporations like this. They must resist the greed and give thought to the people and the community that they operate in.
There's a lot of people in that refinery that are taking over jobs that have never stepped foot in that plant. They don't know the process.
And with the workers who are skilled and who are trained in safety, we can ensure these protections are there. But with the people who are inside the gate now, not because of negligence, it's just they don't know what they're doing. This job was once one of the better jobs of the Bay Area, and that's changed over the years. There are worse jobs, but we're trying to hold on to the gains that we've had in the past. Healthcare wasn't at the level it was, and also it wasn't as expensive for blue collar people to live in the Bay Area. And we know that the company could give us some relief. Their upper management, their middle management, they're taken care of very well. But the people whose backs they're getting their profits off of, they're unwilling to move or to do anything compassionate toward those workers.
We put our lives on the line daily to be out here in this dangerous environment and run it as professionals. And when they choose not to give us a fair contract, when they choose not to acknowledge the fact that health and safety is lacking in the refinery, when they choose to ignore safety work orders, when they won't give us a cost of living increase with record profits, when they won't give us health and safety concessions when the units are in terrible disrepair, it just proves to me that they don't respect their oil workers.
With the high cost of living in the Bay Area, it's rough for any blue-collar worker. And a lot of times these corporations will have these windfall profits, but refuse to take care of their workers. So what we've seen in the past few years is the raise that we've received be eaten up by way of inflation, cost of living in the Bay Area, and also health care.
The grocery workers and the Starbucks workers and the people that are trying to unionize, the nurses, we definitely look up to them and they bring us strength. We all have the same struggle.
We've always been fighters, we've always stood up for our rights, but we were inspired by watching the Starbucks workers stand up for their rights, the Fight for 15 workers stand up for their rights, the Amazon workers, we watched the school teachers, we watched the Kaiser workers, the nurses stand up. And it spreads like that. You know, other workers see that they don't have to take what corporate America is dishing out, and it emboldens you and it empowers you, and hopefully people watching us will also pick up the torch and continue to fight for their rights.